Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound. You have 8 unread messages. To play messages, press 1.
I'd rather watch and critique my parents having sex than listen to another minute of Off Track. Off Track, you know, if ADD had a drinking buddy. Off Track is the long, slow fart in the middle of church. And they're about as inappropriate as a boner at a funeral. Off Track is like masturbating while on Ambien. It's a race to the finish. Off Track, a show that literally no one asked for. Off Track is a weekly proof of just because you can doesn't mean you should. Off Track with Whiskey 6? That's still a show? Oh man. There is something to be said about the Off Track crew. I mean, they are brave. I don't know of many people who would be willing to squeeze out this turd of a show every week. Trying to come up with a roast for the show is like pulling teeth. You know what I mean, Rusty?
To save all messages, press pound. Thank you. Goodbye. Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound. You have 10 new messages. To play messages, press 1.
Listening to Off Track with Whiskey 6 is about as fun as sneezing with diarrhea. Off Track with Whiskey 6. More fun than a happy ending from Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg, but not by much.
Off Track with Whiskey 6? Meh.
Hello, my name is Gloria All-Smallish. I represent midget strippers of Lower Alabama. We need to deliver a cease and desist order for one Rusty Lugnuts. We can no longer stand by and accept this ridiculous behavior. Thank you.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. Because where else can you see a grown man in a Hillary Clinton pantsuit?
Yo, Chris, one of those things that I have to tell you is, you know, when I listen to the show with you and the Whiskey 6 crew, it's missing a lot of cowbell. It needs more cowbell. More cowbell.
Off Track with Whiskey 6? Oh, that's the show that the UN declared that if you share it, it's considered cruel and unusual punishment.
Off Track with Whiskey 6 is a thinking man's podcast. As in, I'm thinking about listening to something else. Off Track with Whiskey 6 is the podcast equivalent of a neck rub from Joe Biden.
In the Highlander movie, I was a Scotsman pretending to be an Egyptian, pretending he got his training in ancient Japan. It's like Off Track with Whiskey 6. It's a podcast, pretending to be a radio program, pretending to be good.
Thank you. Goodbye. Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound. You have 7 new messages. To play messages, press 1.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. You know they've been to your house because your trash has been eaten and your cat's pregnant. Off Track with Whiskey 6. When you have that not-so-fresh feeling, these 3 douchebags will clean it right up for you. Off Track with Whiskey 6, starring Rusty the Midget Whisperer.
You want to know why Melissa Sippy always looks so happy to be on Off Track with Whiskey 6? Yeah, if you were a woman sitting by yourself surrounded by that many dildos, I bet you'd be smiling too.
Off Track with Whiskey 6 kills the mood faster than Amy Schumer's face. Off Track with Whiskey 6. It was either listen or get a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. I can't find the sharp stick, so here I am.
Thank you. Goodbye. Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound. You have 11 new messages. To play messages, press 1.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. I don't really know why they call it that because we all know It's Rusty with his two bald, beautiful backup dancers.
I tuned into Off Track because I was hoping for some intellectually stimulating entertainment. Boy, was I wrong. Look at the crew. There's Melissa Sippy. Yeah, she's cute, but she's living proof that you can survive without a brain. Then there's Rusty. Keep talking, buddy. Someday you'll say something intelligent. Chris, it's better to let someone think that you're an idiot than to open your mouth and prove it. And last but not least, there's Whiskey 6. If he really spoke his mind, he'd be speechless. I guess I'll return to my closet for something truly stimulating. Later.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. I'd say something mean right about now, but it's not really nice to pick on the mentally handicapped. Isn't that right, Chris?
Don't be a pussy!
Off Track with Whiskey 6. It's kind of like getting a sponge bath from your grandma with Parkinson's. It's so wrong, but it feels so good.
Hey, getting caught listening to Off Track with Whiskey 6 is just about as uncomfortable as your mother getting jealous because she caught you kissing your sister.
Off Track with Whiskey 6 is the Mount Rushmore of dumbasses.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. It's like a beautiful rose bush. They say every rose has its thorns. This one's mostly thorns.
Having your friends find out that you listen to Off Track with Whiskey 6 is just about as embarrassing as running into 3 of your ex-girlfriends at your family reunion.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. No matter how terrible they are, it is still better than a prostate exam from Edward Scissorhands. Off Track with Whiskey 6, featuring Rusty Lugnuts, because somebody has to keep the midget porn industry afloat.
Thank you. Goodbye. Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound.
You have 7 new messages.
To play messages, press 1.
Off Track with Whiskey 6 is still better than getting a catheter from Michael J. Fox.
This show is garbage. No one ever listens. It's the equivalent of me changing my dog's food and his bowels disagreeing with it.
Off Track with Whiskey 6, featuring Melissa Sippy and the Three Stooges, if the Three Stooges were all curly. Off Track with Whiskey 6 really is a fun and entertaining show that informs and educates with a comedic twist. Also, Chris, your check cleared.
Off Track with Whiskey 6, where the real stars of the show are the midgets that keep Rusty entertained. Because come on, let's be honest. We all know that if Rusty wasn't kept distracted and he was left to say something smart, the show would be worse than a 100-car pileup on northbound I-75.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. Rusty doesn't get mad when people calls him ugly. He feels sad for them because he knows how hard life must be for the visually impaired.
Off Track with Whiskey 6. A show so professional you can't tell the host from the guest. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can. The guests have talent.
Thank you. Goodbye. Hello and thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Christopher Branham.
To check your messages, press pound.
You have 6 new messages.
To play messages, press 1.
This is Leon from Leon's Lovely Lascivious Logos Limited, calling for one Chris Branham to let him know that his bald, beautiful backup dancer boxer briefs design was approved, and we will be in touch to hammer out the details. Have a good day. Off Track with Whiskey 6. I'm speaking from personal experience now. It is way better than getting a catheter put in via javelin by somebody that's drunk and has really bad eyesight.
Hello, Mr. Branham. My name's Father McCahey, and I'd appreciate you passing on a message to Rusty Lugnuts. Mr. Nuts, I'm grateful that you attended Mass the day that Father Francis gave that rather moving sermon about tithing your income and your time and sharing your worldly possessions. However, We fear that you might have misunderstood the message, sir. The church has no need for 10% of your collection of midget porn. I'd ask you to swing by and pick it up, but we're having difficulty finding 4 out of the 5 CDs that you placed in the donation bin.
This is Rocco from the Superheroes Hall of Fame, looking to get in touch with Mr. Rusty Lugnuts. Your application to join as Captain Thunderdong has been approved, as we have also approved your arch nemesis, the evil professor that flies around stealing midget pornography known as the Skyjacker. We have decided to approve him as well as your arch nemesis, though. Give us a call. We'll go over the fine details, and we'll see you later. Welcome to the Society of Captain Thunderdong. Hello, this is Miles O'Toole, Steve Whitehurst's personal assistant. This message is from Melissa Sippy, who tried to get a hold of us for all the Jill holes, whatever a Jill hole is. Unfortunately, we can neither confirm nor deny the Minnesota Meat Missile's measurements. A shy, quiet man, the Jersey jackhammer, leads a simple life here at Pork Sword Estates. However, we do want to thank you for trying to get in touch with us, and have a great day.
Off Track with Whiskey 6? Well, I guess since I can't watch the Browns game, I may as well listen to these guys.
Thank you. Goodbye.